Hello, and welcome to an episode of Podcast Gaming Talk. Yep, you knew this was coming, and so here it is. Given that I previously talked about Chains of Olympus, it's time for me to talk about its sequel, God of War: Ghost of Sparta. I'm going to start by saying that I do not think this is a bad game. I personally find the game to be a bit more challenging than Chains of Olympus was, and I played both on the easy difficulty setting, but I'll come back to this in a little bit later on. First, I can say that graphically, Ghost of Sparta improves upon the already good graphics that Chains of Olympus had. This means that Ghost of Sparta has more detailed environments, character models, item models too. This, to me, makes Ghost of Sparta another one of the best looking PSP games, and I really don't see any other game taking its place. All of the combat is just as smooth flowing as it was in Chains of Olympus, but looks a little bit better here in Ghost of Sparta. The game has several new enemies, new bosses, and new areas to walk around and fight in, and they all look great. Guess what, though? I actually know what the story for this game is this time. Yes, this time Kratos sets out to find his brother Deimos, and because he finds that he's still alive, and so we're going on an adventure, and I'm not going to say any more about the story because I think it's worth it to play the game for yourself rather than me telling you how the story goes. Now, for things I didn't like, there's not really all that much because most of it is stuff that I covered in my Chains of Olympus discussion. Something I didn't like, though, is that both games have these very annoying enemies, these snake things. They have this, eyeball attack that will, turn you to stone. Now, if you're just in, a room with them, they won't do anything to you when they get turned to stone and you're trying to break out. But if there's other enemies around with those, when you're trying to break out of being turned to, when you're turned to stone and you're trying to break out of it, other enemies will just, lunge at you and kill you and smash you to pieces and kill you. And it's really annoying. However, though, in Ghost of Sparta, they decided to add these flying things that freeze you in ice, and is the same case as those snake enemies, and it's all really fucking annoying. Overall, Ghost of Sparta is another console-quality game on a handheld that deserves to be experienced by all, as it and Chains of Olympus are two of the best games of the PSP era. God of War: Ghost of Sparta is a good and enjoyable game. That's all I have to say, so if you added the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening, and goodbye.